The sky doesn't explode, it blinks, and that blink rewrites reality before fear even wakes up. White light erases color, distance, and certainty in the same breath. Shadows burn themselves into walls like permanent accusations. Heat arrives before pain has vocabulary. Air thickens and slams into chests like concrete with intent. This is the first second where physics stops asking permission. Windows don't shatter, they vote against you at supersonic speed. Glass becomes a weapon system, powered by your own curiosity. People look up instead of down, film instead of breathe. Ego convinces them radiation is the enemy later. But later is a luxury already cancelled. The first killer is arrogance wrapped in disbelief. Instinct screams run, because instinct is ancient and stupid. No human has ever outrun heat moving faster than sound. Legs are decorative at this distance. Standing turns bodies into sails for pressure. Movement feeds debris with fresh targets. Stillness feels wrong because panic hates efficiency. The correct move is ugly and humiliating, and it works. Drop hard, face down, eyes shut like they owe you money. Mouth open to vent pressure your lungs can't negotiate. Spine curved so bones take the argument, not organs. Gravity briefly becomes an ally instead of a threat. This is survival, not dignity. Here's the science without mercy or romance. Light arrives first, heat second, pressure third. Pressure stacks like debt and collects immediately. Lungs rupture from generosity, ears from imbalance. Concrete survives confidence, skin does not debate. Physics doesn't care what you believed before. Seconds stretch into burning dust and violent silence. Cars flip like toys, buildings cough their skeletons. Sirens die halfway through their first breath. People scream names that don't survive the noise. If you did this right, you are still breathing. The ground is warm, the sky is done talking, and this was only the beginning. The light is gone, but the damage is busy multiplying. What follows is not silence, it's pressure thinking out loud. Air comes back wrong, heavy, sharp, contaminated with intent. Dust rises like a living thing learning how to hunt. Every breath now is a negotiation with debris. Every step is a vote between balance and fracture. The city is still standing, but it is no longer stable. This is where survivors start dying from bad timing. People stand up too early because fear hates the ground. Standing means glass finds your throat instead of your back. Walls that survive the flash now choose new victims. Ceilings hesitate, then remember gravity exists. Cars tick and hiss like mechanical landmines. Fuel leaks write invisible countdowns in the air. You are not safe because the explosion ended. You are exposed because the environment is unfinished. This phase has a name even if no one taught it to you: secondary kill window. It's when debris finishes what heat started. When shockwaves return as reflections and echoes. When structures argue with physics and lose violently. When people bleed without realizing they were hit. Noise becomes directional, meaning danger has opinions. And movement starts costing more than it gives. The correct behavior now is controlled disrespect for urgency. You don't run, you relocate with purpose. Low profile, slow head movement, eyes scanning for motion. Cover is solid mass, not drywall theater. Corners beat doorways every single time. Breathing stays shallow to avoid dust betrayal. Hands stay near face because glass loves fingers. Every decision buys seconds or sells organs. Here's the biology people never imagine. Adrenaline lies about your condition. You won't feel cuts until blood votes otherwise. Your balance system is already compromised. Inner ears took a beating they haven't reported yet. That's why people fall for no reason. That's why stairs become lethal puzzles. Your body is damaged software pretending to be fine. Radiation is still invisible, and that's the problem. You can't smell it, taste it, or hear it coming. But fallout doesn't rush, it descends with patience. Ash starts behaving like snow with consequences. Anything settling on skin is a future argument. Anything inhaled is a long-term sentence. Shelter now matters more than direction. Distance matters less than barriers. This is the moment where fantasy collapses completely. No heroes arrive, no instructions drop from the sky. Phones fail, networks evaporate, authority dissolves. What saves you now is boring discipline. Low movement, smart cover, controlled breathing. The city groans like a wounded animal. You are still alive inside a shrinking window. And the clock has finally started to care. The world smells wrong now. It's a metallic, burned scent, like reality forgot to clean up after itself. The danger isn't loud anymore. It's quiet, patient. Fallout doesn't chase you. It just waits for gravity to do its job. Ash drifts down with the deceptive innocence of snow, but with none of the mercy. Every single surface becomes a trap, wearing a soft gray disguise. This is the stage where time, not the initial fire, starts killing people in massive numbers. A common mistake, the one nearly everyone makes, is thinking that movement equals progress. It doesn't. In this world, movement equals exposure. The density of fallout actually increases the farther you travel. It doesn't decrease. The wind is not your friend. It's a delivery system for poison. Open streets collect deadly particles just like rivers collect bodies. And high ground? That's no longer a position of power. It's a billboard advertising your contamination. Shelter is what beats escape in this chapter of extinction. Solid walls matter more than fragile hope. There's a new rule, and it's brutally simple. The more mass you can put between yourself and the sky, the longer you live. Basements are better than buildings. Buildings are better than cars, and cars are better than nothing at all. But understand this. Glass is just cosmetic. It offers no real protection. Metal lies. It heats up and transfers the poison with deadly efficiency. Earth, however, absorbs without complaint. Depth is the new currency for survival. The underground has always known how this story ends. Your body is running on borrowed systems now. The adrenaline from the initial shock is fading, and reality is starting to cash its checks. Nausea begins as a whisper before it becomes a scream. Your skin tingles, not from fear, but from the insult of radiation. Your eyes burn because radioactive particles are drawn to moisture. This isn't sickness yet. This is the warning. Ignoring these signs turns hours of exposure into years of irreversible damage. Listening to your body buys you time, and that's a resource you can't ever replace. The new discipline isn't bravery, it's isolation. When you get to shelter, your clothes have to come off. Slowly, methodically, without shaking the dust of death loose into the air. Fabric holds this poison far better than your skin ever could. Water is for rinsing, not for scrubbing miracles. Any cuts on your body get covered immediately. Mouths stay closed and hands stay clean. Eating stops. Touching stops. Improvisation stops. You have to reduce the variables because in this game, complexity kills. Survival becomes boring, and it becomes boring on purpose. Outside, the world continues its slow, unhurried collapse. Inside, you wait while cold, hard statistics argue about your future. There's no real victory to be won here, only delay. But in the calculus of nuclear survival, delay is everything. Minutes turn into hours, and hours become critical thresholds. Most people will never even reach this phase. If you are here, listening to this, it means discipline has kept you alive this long. And now patience will be the only thing that decides if you stay that way. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and stay smart.